Hello and welcome to my second prototype in CET3 titled Feed the Animals Basic Gameplay. In this prototype, we program a player to move sideways and feed the incoming animals to the player by throwing the food to them. Let's see how the game works. The scripts will have 5 C# files. Destroy out of bounds, detect collisions, move forward, player controller, and spawn manager. Let's open the player controller. The first line is horizontal input. This is connected to these codes, which will make the player move sideways using the left and right arrow keys or the letter A and D in the keyboard. The next line is speed, which is for the amount of speed the player will move sideways. Next is X range. This is connected to these codes, where we limit the area within which the player can only move so that the player won't go over the game view camera. Next line is for the game object projectile prefab, which is the cookie. This is used for these codes right here, which will make the player launch the cookie prefab by clicking the spacebar. Next script, move forward. This script will set the speed of the objects. This code will make the objects move forward at a certain speed. Next script, destroy out of bounds. This is the value for top bound and for the lower bound. These codes will destroy the cookie objects launched by the player once it reaches the value of top bound, which is 35.0. And these codes will destroy the dog objects once it reaches the value of lower bound, which is negative 4.5. And if the player failed to feed the animal, there will be game over on the bottom left of the screen. Next is detect collisions. These codes, when the cookie and the dog objects collide, both will be destroyed. Next is the spawn manager script. This spawn range X is the X value indicating the area where the dog objects should only respawn. This spawn pause Z is the Z value where the dog objects will respawn. This too is connected to this code, which will randomly spawn dog objects only within the area of the given spawn range X and spawn pause Z values. This code will randomly choose which dog object to respawn since we have 3 dogs with different speeds. And this line is the main code for spawning the dog objects. Start delay is the time value for the game's delay in starting to spawn dog objects. Spawn interval is the interval value for spawning the dog objects. This code will repeatedly spawn the dog objects. This spawn random animal referred to this code. Let us now play the game by clicking this or clicking Ctrl P in keyboard. If you fail to feed the animal, you will see a game over on the bottom left of the screen. This is it for second prototype. Thank you.